Sea of Thieves.
No, it's not. No, it's Friends and Boats.
Oh yeah, okay. Friends in boats.
Friends and Boats. And you're gonna see if you can make any friends. Oh.
I need to go and buy some quests.
Hello?
Oh, now I'm James Bond.
Chests. Yeah.
Seeing you brings me joy.
Some of this voice acting is off.
I wish you great fortune.
I walked in to buy a quest, talked to the person, and they're like, "Seeing you brings me joy." And I'm like, "Okay, lady." And a couple of days ago, I was playing, and I ran across, or I went to another one of the NPCs and asked them for a quest, and they were like, "Do you like chickens?" And I'm just like,
I'm sure it's fine.
But the answer is, in the context of Sea of Thieves, no, I do not like chickens.
But I thought chickens are the easiest one.
They are,
To feed,
but
right?
the pigs you have to feed, and the snakes will kill you if you don't charm them. But the thing is, the chickens are just so loud and annoying. They sit there and start freaking out at certain times, and I don't know why. And they're just obnoxious. Chickens, I think, are the only, if I understand correctly, the only ones that can drown. I think the snakes and the pigs are immune to drowning just so that they're not too much of a pain. But the pigs can starve to death, and the snakes will kill you.
Yeah, I know. I feel like, and you have to feed them bananas, I take it?
Yeah.
Why would you waste bananas on the pigs?
I had to cancel that voyage because one of the islands it was sending me to is bugged, and it will not spawn.
Which island?
A war friend?
Devil's Ridge.
Mm.
They're supposed to spawn skeletons on that island with this particular type of voyage, and you go and fight them. But I've been there a couple of times with these voyages, and every time I go to that island with this type of voyage, the skeletons don't spawn, which means that it's impossible to complete the quest. So I just need to leave this area of the map because the islands you end up at are dependent on how close you are to them. They do like a local search type of thing to figure out which island you are going to for your quest. I feel like, though, if you were able, you would very much enjoy this game.
It sounds like it.
The water is quite beautiful as well. This is really nice to see.
I just unlocked Brillheart, which was a take on Braveheart.
Right.
And his special ability is he just has freedom and everyone runs away from him. Oh shit, so I can throw my sword and I kill shit. Oh, no, he cannot survive missiles. No.
One thing that it's nice to have multiple crew members for in this game is that things can get a little bit monotonous and when you're sailing around like this. Especially because the waves will knock you off course slightly. So it's nice to just be able to say, alright, I'm tired of being on the helm. You get on the helm. But they do try to scale the difficulty based on the number of players you are supposed to have. So while there are only 2 ship types, and the smaller crews get the smaller ship, and the larger crews get the larger ship, and I say crews, but you can be down a man and still be in the larger ship, or down 2 men and still be in the larger ship just if someone leaves. You have to wait until someone matchmakes in, but
Wait, question. Can you run 4 people on a sloop?
no, you can't. That would be way too powerful.
Makes sense.
The sloops fill with water slower. They have less surface area that can be damaged, because the way this works is that there are sort of like damage slots under the hull. I don't know what a developer would actually tell you those are, but that's the way I would describe it.
This area, a hole will appear in this specific part.
Exactly. And so the sloop has fewer of those than the galleon. So the galleon can become more...
Them, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. You can hit them in the same place, and it wouldn't change.
Right.
That
So
makes sense.
the galleon fills faster with fewer holes, and you can create more holes. But there are more crew. The galleon also has 4 cannons on each side, whereas the sloop only has 1. So, and also the galleon's wheel has an extra rotation in either direction to get it to the same position. So it takes longer to spin the wheel. It takes longer to raise the sails and to adjust the sails in a galleon.
But they could, you know, crew it with 2 people and like fire 2 people over onto your ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though the galleon would be less effective at maneuvering at that point, yeah, they can do stuff like that in the galleon. Whereas if you're running a solo sloop, forget about it. If you're, well, I say forget about it. You can pull off some nonsense still, but you have to be really crafty.
The goal is to just run away.
Most of the time. But the downside to that is that if you're going perpendicular to the wind or down the wind, the galleon is faster if properly sailed than the sloop. Your advantage compared to galleons, other than that damage thing I was talking about, as a sloop, is you're more maneuverable. So you can bait galleons if they're not careful to getting way too close to you, make a turn, and the galleon just cannot follow it.
Makes sense.
And then if you can stay upwind of the galleon, you can a lot of times outmaneuver it. Just because they have a harder time getting upwind, if I understand correctly. Which they should, but I really wish they made sailing directly into the wind a bit more of an issue, but I think they thought that would be way too frustrating for most players. Especially with, like, in terms of the realism, with a square rigger trying to get into the wind. No.
I take that as okay.
I'm sorry, what?
I think I get what you mean by a square rigger, I think.
Square rigger meaning square sails, typically suspended across the masts by a yard arm that's, yeah.
Why are you going into a storm?
I saw seagulls this way, which means that there's something under the water. Usually like a sunken ship or something like that.
There should be turtles. I feel like turtles would be something you put in a game before, like chickens.
That would actually be really cool to have sea turtles. There is a kraken. That is a thing. I have yet to see it in game, but it exists.
Can you kill the kraken?
You cannot kill it, but you can win the fight with it, causing it to run away.
Okay.
There's actually an achievement for defeating the kraken, if I understand correctly.
I feel like it would be.
But yeah, I've seen some YouTubers complain about how, like, shallow this game is and that there isn't progression, and I'm kind of sitting there and I'm like, Yeah, yeah, that's sort of the point, and also a lot of YouTubers that play this game aren't that good at it. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you've never been up against a crew that just totally outschooled you, like totally outperformed you. Have you like? There's a lot to learning how to influence the mechanics of the game to be better than the other players. Where, oh where? There's no treasure in the captain's quarters.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, you're gonna find that out in just a minute.
You obviously can't take the shark's teeth.
No. I'm looking for skulls, supplies, or chests.
Yeah, because I'm sure supplies that have been underwater for that long are...
Yeah, something I find interesting about this is that you can sometimes find things like tea that you can take and sell, and it's like, if these tea leaves have been in salt water,
Yeah. Well, don't you also have those oxygen bananas?
Yes. That heal your health. Oh yeah, look at this. I found, well, you'll see what I find in a moment, but I'm sure this is totally fine and still usable now that it's been underwater.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Did you just see it?
I mean, it could be sealed well. Yeah. You know, sweet and salty. I like. Well, my theory is that the oxygen in the bananas comes from eating the peel.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I was watching a stream event that they were doing yesterday because people who signed in to Mixer with their Microsoft account got something in game for it, so I just watched it for a few minutes, and yeah.
What's Mixer?
It's the streaming platform that Microsoft is pushing, I think. So anyway, I logged into it, and one of the first things they did on the stream was to make one of the players who was going to be playing Sea of Thieves eat a banana, peel and all. Oh no, I brought a pistol instead of a blunderbuss.
Are you gonna... Oh, I assume shark in 3, 2, 1. Yep. So what is do you run sword and a blunderbuss?
Yes, because in close quarters against players, there's nothing that beats that. Because if you can get the blunderbuss in their face such that all the projectiles will hit, it's an instant kill. And if you don't, then you probably just need to try it one more time, and you'll probably kill them at that point.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then the sword is for when you run out of ammo or just think that the reload time on the blunderbuss is too long to finish that kill. Though the fun part about that is that you can steal ammo from... Well, I say steal. There are ammo boxes around the world, and one in every one ship with infinite ammo. So you can run and use your opponent's ammo to continue to kill them. Hello, user.
Ahoy. What's the word? No. Glug glug. Glug 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 glug.
Hey, Blubbers.
Are you a pirate?
Have you downloaded the game?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. I'm gonna sail back to port and hope that the answer is yes. Where is the nearest?
I have 0.6 gigabytes left.
Alright. I'm gonna sail back to port. To Galleon's Grave Outpost. That sounds cheerful. Now, Woodbridge, you're also going to get to see someone who's never played the game before play it. And that's going to be entertaining, I'm sure.
I'm gonna leave in 40 minutes. This better happen.
Yeah. In before we'll just, like, leave a port and immediately get attacked by the Kraken, and Blubbers is going to be like, I've never played the game, what do we do? Oh, Blubbers, Koa told me he was going to play tomorrow. If you'll be around.
Okay. Yeah, I will be.
Okay.
Not until like really late in the day.
Alright. He said he...
The Melbourne airship.
Ah, okay.
volunteering.
Awesome. I am streaming, by the way, currently, Blubbers, so don't give too much information away that you don't want on the internet.
Internet.
Melbourne Air Show tomorrow, March 24th. Come out, see it. Thunderbirds are headlining.
Yes, because I have so many subscribers.
I will
Look-
make it very
look.
clear.
Look, Blubbers,
You have
will
one-
they get
you have
will
one
people
viewer.
will people get a discount if they
Well, you have
come
two
and say
people
I
doing
sword
now.
sent me? Will people get a discount
Say what?
if they come and say I sword sent me or I sword stream sent me?
I sword made me do it. That's great.
They will get a discount, and the discount is nothing.
They should
Oh, a
get
discount of
that.
$0. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, what's the point, really? Do they at least go like a high five or a show of affection? Like a big old Christian side hug?
Nope.
That's not rendering correctly. Oh no, it is. Okay, my eyes were tricking me. Wow.
You should go attack the fleet.
No. I don't even know if what I'm about to do is going to work.
What do you think you're going
I'm going to try to sell stuff while they're still on the island.
to do? Do it. Do the big chest first.
No, I'm doing the small item first. Is this where I need to be? Yes, it is. Alright.
Where's your ship going?
Away. And I think the other galleon, or the other sloop is chasing it.
That's pretty funny. Mermaid?
Merman. That was a merman.
Oh.
Oh no, he isn't chasing it. He's just sailing away.
This is the mermaid. Go for that. Go say hi.
No, I don't want to lose that chest. It's not that valuable, but they also that other ship probably has nothing because they just left an outpost. So it's kind of like at that point I'm just attacking them to attack them, and it's a lot of time and effort. You want to see how I usually end runs when I'm soloing or when I know I'm about to give the ship up?
That, by the way, is a photo I took yesterday. That is now the background of my phone.
Alright, I will look at it as soon as I get this sold. Done. I'm actually going to stop streaming for a second because, yeah, I'll pick back up after I get Blubbers.